This is the Eel River. Every year at this time, runs of anadromous fish come out of salt water in the estuary and stage in holes on the lower river near Fortuna. Right now there are well over 1,000 steelhead, around 1,000 chinook, several dozen striped bass, and a 6-foot-long 150-pound sturgeon in the big hole at Fortuna. They're waiting for rain that will bring flows up to allow migration and spawning. It's no fluke that these fish have entered the river in extreme low flows. It happens every year, and when the habitat is in good shape, the fish have a fighting chance prior to the rains. The big problem we're seeing right now is that the habitat isn't in good shape, and this large hole along the levee at Fortuna represents the only hole in the first few miles of fresh water above the influence of the tides. We are seeing an unprecedented situation where the usual holes between Fortuna and Fernbridge have become so filled in with gravel that they are no longer viable holding water for the early runs. As the fish await the rains, we are spectators, watching as their bodies become colored and worn before they make their ultimate effort and die on the spawning grounds. What we're missing as we witness the restless behavior and changing physical characteristics of these magnificent animals is that they would be doing something different if our river had adequate flows. These fish would be distributed throughout the lower river instead of being sequestered in one hole. Riffles at the mouth of the Van Duzen, Rio Dell, Shively, High Rock, and Dyerville would soon have spawning chinook on them if the water was there. So when we debate how much or how very little water is needed in order to still call the eel a river at this time of year, please know this: we have absolutely interrupted, altered, and degraded the ability of these fish to follow through with their natural instincts. The rains will come, more fish will come, and spawning will occur as it does each season. But we are missing the potential for an early host that would hatch and be wriggling out of the gravel right when the big flows hit around the winter solstice. If we don't accommodate these early fish, then we're giving up on rebuilding the fishery here. It's often what we don't see on the landscape that tells the real story. What's missing? How do we get it back? Just what is our priority here? Lolita Eric's guide service, along with Eel River Recovery Project and supported by the Bureau of Land Management, will be offering a series of free floats on the eel in the coming weeks. We aim to see migrating adult salmonids, and we will focus on discussions about the habitat and opportunities for restoration. Please consider joining us this Saturday, October 20th, at the River Lodge in Fortuna from 8:30 to about midday.